What do a retired couple in Arizona, a market crash, and a single phone call have in common? They could mean the difference between losing everything or protecting what you've spent your whole life building. Today, we're talking about how to shield your retirement portfolio from global uncertainty. Because let's be honest, the world right now, it feels like it's sitting on a fault line. Just in the last few months, we've seen over $4.7 trillion wiped from global markets. Banks are quietly tightening lending standards. Inflation cooled slightly, but prices still aren't where they were. And just last week, the Wall Street Journal ran a headline: Investors flee to safe havens as global tensions mount. Gold surged again. And that's not a coincidence. But what really caught my attention was something a retired Air Force mechanic from Prescott, Arizona, told me. Everything I've worked for, my pension, my IRA, it was all tied to the market. One dip, and I'd be back to square one. He wasn't willing to roll the dice, so he did something different. We'll come back to his story in just a moment. Most retirees have their savings in the market. It's what they were told to do. Diversify, invest, hold. But here's the hard truth. What worked for decades is now dangerously exposed. The rules have changed. And if you're 60, 65, 70 years old, you don't have another 20 years to recover from another 2008. So what are smart retirees doing right now to hedge against uncertainty, inflation, and market crashes? They're rolling over a portion of their 401k or IRA into physical gold through a gold IRA. Here's why this is becoming a go-to strategy. Gold has outlived every currency in history. It's a real asset, not a promise. It doesn't rely on earnings reports, central banks, or geopolitical calm. And when markets panic, gold historically surges. Remember the Air Force mechanic from Prescott? His name's Bill Harper. Last year, after seeing his 401k drop nearly 19%, he moved $527,300 into a gold IRA. He said, "I didn't do it to get rich. I did it to sleep at night." Now, he's not checking the Dow every day. He's traveling with his wife. And it all started from the free gold IRA guide I'm about to tell you about. Here's the thing. Gold isn't about greed. It's about peace of mind. Retirees like Bill are protecting their legacy. They're not reacting. They're preparing. And in uncertain times, that's the difference between surviving and thriving. If you have $100,000 or more in a traditional IRA or 401k, you owe it to yourself to at least learn how a gold IRA works. There's no cost, no pressure, and no gimmicks. Just a free, one-on-one educational call and a guide that explains everything in plain English. You worked hard for your retirement. You shouldn't have to gamble it in a world this unstable. Click the link below to get your free guide and schedule your no obligation call today. Even if you don't move forward, at least you'll be making an informed choice, because the world isn't going to get more certain, but your future absolutely can be.